Hey Thomas, congratulations on your first Champions League victory. What did you make of the match?
Thank you. I thought it was a big win. In any competition, it's good to get 3 points and get a good start. Happy with that. Happy with the clean sheet. Happy with the defensive side of the game. I think we were extremely good and limited Villarreal to very, very little throughout the game. A good team. I really, really admire. Obviously, offensively, we struggled on the day to create something against a good team that also defend very well, which we knew in the 4-4-2 structure. Very aggressive. And when we on the day, I think, didn't hit the highest level in terms of touch and passes and decision making and nailed that. Then it was a very even game that we edged in the end. What I like is that our foundation is strong. Now we are 4 games in Premier League, 1 in the Champions League, and we have 4 clean sheets, which is massive. Obviously, we are building the offensive structure more and more. Shark Simmers just come into the club. Clear today, him and Jet need a little relationship. Of course, get going. No complaints. It's just natural. And there was I think there was a spell second half where we decided to give the ball away every single time we had it. So we gave the ball away. Let's sprint back. Oh, we give it away again and sprint back. So of course it's a little bit easier to sit here with a smile. But of course that level we will raise. Of course.
Did you have any worries when Micky van der Ven was brought down for the foul? Sorry, he brought down.
Yeah, of course, just in the moment it didn't look top. And sometimes I can clearly see penalties and yellow cards when it's going our way. This time there was a little bit. I was need to a little bit of hope. But when I've seen it back, clearly outside the 8-yard box, clearly he's a little bit in front. It's a free kick and it's a yellow card.
Hi Thomas. Thomas, in that first half, the plan was clearly to go wide to Kudus and Simmons at every possibility, and they caused an awful lot of problems. But in terms of getting midfield runners to go past Richarlison, was that something in the first half that you probably didn't get in terms of?
I think actually we got some good runs from Lucas and Pape on the sides. When we went a little bit deeper, I think that worked okay. I think it was too few times that we got it high enough and got played and run and produced the crosses we wanted. That was probably the thing we didn't edge enough throughout the game. But there was actually quite a few situations where I got both to Kudos and to Xavi where we didn't produce where we should.
And just one last one from me. Just on Simmons, very effective in the first half, caused an awful lot of damage. But in the second half, really, he didn't really have the same effect as in the first half.
No, for Simmons, you say? Yeah. No, I think there can be many reasons. Also, I think there was 3, 4, 5 times where he should have had the ball quicker to create something. But on the day, it was just not, unfortunately.
The Champions League is tough. A lot of your players won the Europa League, but this is a step up in quality, a new experience for you. Do you think that coming through this and a test of their mettle will actually hold them in really good stead over the coming weeks?
Yeah, I agree with you. Champions League is unbelievable tough. It was a very good team we faced today. And managed to get out of a very tight game as winners with that feeling that you fight and run and you do a lot of things as a group together and then get out on top as a win. I think is exceptionally good, and that just built that extra foundation, extra layers. And sometimes you can't hit the highest level and still get away with a win in an even game. I think it's fantastic.
I mean, a lot of people are talking about Liverpool winning games late. You're winning games with clean sheets, and it's fair to say that Spurs and clean sheets weren't entirely bedfellows very often last season. Is that one of the things you really were pushing for? I mean, Lucas has spoken about it in the post-match. How important is that to build that into this team, into their DNA maybe?
This team, these players, we will score goals. and I'm not in doubt of. I know we only scored our own goal today and struggled a bit offensive, but we will score goals. I'm not in doubt of that. I think the big thing was that we needed to defend better. So we worked very, very hard on structure, clear principles. How can I say, recovery runs, do the tough job, but just give you a top opportunity to win games, and we've proven so far.
Hi, Thomas. Heart in mouth a little bit.
Say again?
Heart in mouth when Xavi made a couple of challenges second half when he was on a yellow card. Not sort of really obvious yellow cards, but the way the referee was, it felt like it could have been a second yellow a couple of times for him.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't looked into it. I think there was one on that transition you could maybe discuss. I think it just because it looked dangerous, it can't be a yellow all the time. But of course, I understand why you asked the question. So, yeah.
And just with kind of, I guess, the sort of struggling to create, it kind of feels like the midfield, you've got so many good options, but that's the kind of key to unlocking that creativity, getting that mix right, and then gelling as an attacking trio, I guess.
Yeah, and I think, and then now we also, how do we get gelling? Is that when you get that good relationship? So I think there's, for example, on the right side, Pedro and Kudos, they definitely have something going. I think Lucas came over to that side. It looks right. And then I think on the left side, I think actually Xavi and Jet did good against West Ham. But, you know, it's just not 100% in sync when maybe it's not going, as an example. And then I think we gave so many times the ball away where we could have created more second half, which just happens sometimes.
Final one, please, Tom.
Hi, Thomas. What did you make of the goal? On TV, it sort of seemed like you thought it was in, and then out, and then in. You didn't quite know where it had gone.
I was just happy when I finally saw it was rolling over the line and into the back of the net. I think it was actually well played on the side, and it was good from Lucas to put the cross in.
Thomas, can I just ask you about your two penalty shouts in the first half? It was Pape both times, first Richarlison, then the handball. I mean, penalties or not?
I actually haven't seen them back, if I'm honest. What I heard from my bench was it was probably the softer ones, both of them. So